So students, in the previous class we have seen decimation in time. So here you can see that the problem that we took, you have a 2-point DFT structure at the front, and the input we gave as bit reverse sequence, okay, x of 0, x of 4, x of 2, x of 6, x of 1, x of 5, x of 3 and x of 7. So in the same bit reversed order we fed the input. That means we are not giving your sequence 1 2 3 4 4 3 2 1 just like that, but according to bit reversed order we have given it. And we had seen this, what is bit reversal. Here we wrote the binary and we read it this way. Instead of LSB to MSB, you read it from MSB to LSB, then that is your bit reversed value. We have written it. So for 001 it was 100, it is 4. So we need to feed this values in such a way. So you can see for 011, instead of reading as 0113, we read it as 110. 110, that is 6. So that means instead of at the third position I will input the 6th number. So this was with respect to your decimation in time. Decimation in time FFT algorithm, DIT FFT. So this is decimation in time, bit reversed order, and for each of the 2-point butterfly, instead of the W2 power 0, you write it as W8 power 0. The equivalent 8-point twiddle factor we were using. So after this we had to use the 4-point twiddle factor. So we converted it to equivalent 8-point twiddle factor, W8 power 0 and 1, W8 power 0 and 2. Okay. 4-point butterfly structure followed by your 8-point butterfly structure. So today we'll be seeing the same thing, using same problem using your butterfly structure for decimation in frequency. So let us take the same problem. Here you can see the x of k values. You please remember these. You would have solved these, right? X of 0, x of 1, x of 2, x of 3. This was the output of the butterfly 8-point butterfly structure that we got, okay, in decimation in time. So let us do the same problem using decimation in frequency so that you can compare what is the difference. Okay, here remember the input is given in bit reversed order, whereas you get your output sequence in the same order, that is capital X of 0, X of 1, X of 2, X of 3. You get it in the same order if you can see. Okay, so in decimation in frequency, I'll tell you the basic difference. The input will be given in the same order, whereas the output you will be getting in bit reversed order, that is capital X of 0 followed by capital X of 4 and so on. But while writing your answer like this, you will have to write it in the same order itself. Okay, so let us do it. Please remember this. In decimation in time, I'm repeating again, the input is fed in bit reversed order, whereas the output you get it in the same order. Whereas the next one, what we are going to see today, decimation in frequency, the input is fed in same order, whereas the output, the DFT answer, you are going to get it in bit reversed order. So let us start doing the same problem using decimation in frequency. So for doing the problems on decimation in frequency FFT, okay, first we draw 8 horizontal lines. Okay, and as I told you, we need to input the x of n values, x of 0, x of 1. So this is your x of 0, x of 1, x of 2 and so on. Okay, so all these x of n values in the same order we input, and the output x of k is going to be bit reversed. So let us write that first. This will be x of 0, x of 1, x of 2, x of 3, x of 4, okay, x of 5, x of 6 and x of 7. So we input the values in the same order, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, these are the inputs. So this is, let me write it a little more big, 1, 2, 3. This is your input values. Okay, in the same order you output, have it 4, 3, 2 and 1. Okay, So the inputs you write it in the, and the inputs are written in the same order. Okay, x of 0, x of 1, x of 2, x of 3, x of 4, x of 5, x of 6 and x of 7. So what are the inputs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I have written the inputs in the same order, whereas you're going to get your outputs in the bit reversed sequence. So if you remember the bit reversed values, how did we get the bit reversed values? Okay, so this was what we had, the bit reversed sequence. So for 0th output you have 0, 4, 2, 6, 1, 5, 3, 7. So the output is going to be in this order. Alright, so let us write that here. Output is going to be in bit reversed order. So what do I get first? First output, capital X of is going to be capital X of 0. Okay, then here you're going to get capital X of 4. This is going to be capital X of 2, going to be capital X of 6. This is capital X of 1, capital X of 5, capital X of 3 and capital X of 7. So this is how your structure is going to look. Input is in the same order, the output is going to be bit reversed in nature. Okay, so now let us solve the problem. Let us draw the butterfly structure. So you know how to draw it. Take the last 4 lines and join it with the first 4 lines. Write the 8-point DFT structure first. Okay, so let me start, or you can start from here. Okay, draw the downward lines first. Alright, draw this. From the first one you go to the 1, 2, 3, 4th line. Okay, so this is how it's going to be, line. From the second one you go to this point. From the third one you go to this point. Okay, from the 4th line going to go to the last point. Is it okay? Now for the other line, let me use another color so that you understand. For the vertical lines, let me start from here. Okay, from the x of 4 point you go back. Is it clear? So this is your 8-point butterfly. From here you go to the second one. From the 5th x of 5, that is this sample, 5th line, you're going to the first line. From the 6th line you're going to the first line. From the 6th line you're going to this third line. The 7th line you're going to the third line. Okay, see this? This is 1, 2, 3, 4. From the 5th line you go into the first. From the 6th line you went to the second. From the 7th line, okay, you went to the third. From the 8th line going to the 4th one. So these are the vertical lines. You can draw arrows here, and in the butterfly structure over here, you know that last 4 lines you need to mark -1, because that's how the structure is. I will show you in the derivation why this is. Okay, so last 4 lines you can put -1, and here you have the twiddle factors with you. Okay, have the twiddle factors. This is W8 bar 0, W8 bar 1, W8 bar 2 and W8 bar 3. So for the ease of writing, it is actually a good practice that if you write down the twiddle factors along with you, so you can write it somewhere else, Okay, if you want it somewhere once, you can write W8 power 0 is 1, W8 power 1. You can even store it in your calculator. Okay, I will show you how to be storing this. So W8 power 1 is 1 by root 2 minus j by root 2. W8 power 2 is minus j. Okay, and W8 power 3 is minus 1 by root 2 minus j by root 2. You will need only these. Okay, you will need only these. I hope it's clear. Now here you have all the numbers written 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1 and your twiddle factor. So once this is done, we are done with the first stage. Okay, I will also show you how to draw the next stages. It's very simple. Okay, we'll leave some space because we need some thing for the computation. I will show you the 4-point structure. Now how to draw the 4-point structure? Take these 2 points, okay, and draw the upward butterfly. Okay, this is how you draw your 4-point butterfly structure. Okay, for the first 4 lines, in that these bottom 2 are joined with the above 2. Okay, again draw the same thing for the bottom butterfly also. These are minus 1, 2 lines minus 1 at the bottom. Here also 2 lines minus 1 at the bottom, and you have the twiddle factor. After this you must write your twiddle factor W8 power 0 and W8 power 2, W8 power 0 and W8 power 2. Alright, so I hope this structure is very clear. So in all these places you should also note that there are these arrows as well, where you need to perform. Whenever there is an arrow, that number flows in, and at the junction you are going to do the addition. Okay, along the arrow you do the multiplication with 1, and then at these junctions you are going to add it. So this is the 2-point butterfly, sorry, the 4-point butterfly. We're going to do the final and the 2-point butterfly now. All you have to do is just join these, the minus 1. This is your structure. This is ideally your W8 power 0, which is nothing but 1. Okay, so this is your final butterfly structure, where you have your 2-point butterfly stage also. So after drawing so much, now we go to the calculation part. So one suggestion would be, in your calculator, okay, it would be great if you can actually store these values. That is, you can store your W8 power 0 is 1, you know, W8 power 1 and W8 power 3. Okay, these values you can store it because it will come in handy when you do the calculations. So let me store it, but remember what you're storing. Say W8 power 1, I will store it in A. How do I do that? So what is W8 power 1? It is 1 divided by square root of 2, okay, 1 divided by root 2 minus j divided by root 2. sorry, come out of this. Forgot to put j, minus j or I. Okay, I didn't go to the complex mode. So remember, you need to have the complex mode on, and then you store your W8 bar 1, that is 1 divided by square root of 2 minus j divided by square root of 2. Okay, take this arrow so that you come out of the bracket and keep this. Okay, press equal to. Okay, press equal to, then you press shift. Okay, you have this button STO here. Give this shift store, or you have this answer, right, equal to. You have this. So you press answer and then press shift and store, and you press any of the alphabets, say A, B, C. So I will store W8 bar 1 in A. Okay, so please remember this. Somewhere in the side you can write down like this. Like what? You can write down somewhere that W8 bar 1 I have stored in A. W8 bar 3 say I will store in some B. Okay, W8 bar 2 minus J, you can easily write it. Alright, W8 bar 0 you know is 1. Somewhere in the side when you're solving the problems, you please write it this way. Okay, in which variable you have stored it, so that you can do this problem very easily and without mistakes, because whenever complex operations are involved and you do it manually, it may go wrong. So I have stored it like this. Alright, stored it this way. Similarly, you store W8 bar 3 also. Okay, let me store. Okay, now next W8 bar 3 is 1 divided by, 1 divided by minus 1 divided by square root of 2 minus j divided by 2. Okay, so this, press equal to, and again I will store it, shift store. I'll store it in say B. So B has got my W8 power 3 values. So now let us solve this problem one by one. Look at your 8-point DFT. Let us add. So here we have our sample 1 coming in and we have sample 4. So 1 plus 4 gives me 5. Okay. So the second, 2 plus, where does it come? We have 3, that is x of 1 and x of 5 are getting added. See, x of 1 and x of 5. I'll get 5 again. Again I get 3 plus this 2, that is 5. Okay, this 3 plus this 2. Okay, I get 5. What about here? This is 4 plus 1. This is again 5. Now for the last values, whatever I get at this point, I will multiply it with this value. Okay, and then I write my answer here. Okay, so this numbers are what we are going to add this at the next stage also. So I have given space for that. So this is our number 1 plus 4, that is 5. 5 into W8 bar 0 is going to be 5, is it? No. See, always remember you have a minus 1 sign here. So the first thing you will do is 4 into minus 1 is minus 4. So you have minus 4 at this point, minus 4 plus that 1. So 1 minus 4 is minus 3. Minus 3 into W8 bar 0, that is 1, is same as minus 3. So the output at this point, I am going to get minus 3 at this point. Okay. Next what is the thing? So I have W8 bar 1 to be multiplied, but before that I have 3 into minus 1, that is minus 3, okay, plus 2. So 2 minus 3 is what? Minus 1. Minus 1 into W8 bar 1. So I have stored in the calculator W8 bar 1. Where have I stored? In A, right? Alpha, you press A, you can see this is 1 by root 2 minus j by root 2. In your calculator, it may show up like this, root 2 by 2. Root 2 by 2 is nothing, but they show it always in the standard form. So root 2 and 2, root 2 goes. This is whatever you stored is this. But when they display it, it is in the standard form. Okay. Alright. Are you able to see it? Okay. So this was what? So now what I'm going to do is, I will multiply this A with what? See here. So here what we get, I will write it in short. Okay. What we are going to do is this 2 from here, 2 plus 3 into minus 1 minus 3. So it is 2 minus 3 minus 1 into W8 bar 1. This is what we are calculating. So you know 2 minus 3 is minus 1. So you want, what you want is your minus A. So minus alpha A. Minus 1 into A, that is what you want. Minus 3 is minus 1 into W8 bar 1 is there in A. So what is the answer for that? This is your value. That is minus, you can see it is given as minus root 2 by 2. You write it as minus 1 by root 2 plus, you can also use this and you can write the value in decimal also. Okay. So however you want, I can write it, not an issue. Okay. You use anything, not an issue. Write it like that. So let me write it here. So the answer I get is minus 1 by root 2 minus, plus j by root 2. I will use another pen and write the decimal value also, so that you don't have confusions. This is same as minus 0.717 plus j 0.707. 707. Okay. So this is the value at this point. So let me just change the color of this. These are the outputs of this stage, which is going to the next stage. Okay. So this is minus 3, and here we are either using this one or this one. So what happens here? At this point, what am I going to get? So at this point, you can see it is 3 2 into minus 1 is 1. So it is 3 minus 2 into minus j. Okay, it is 3 minus 2 into W8 power 2, which is nothing but minus j. 3 minus 2 is 1. 1 into W8 power 2 is same as W8 power 2. So at this point it is minus j, which goes to the next stage. Okay, so these values what I write in the red color, I've boxed these values. These are the values you're going to consider for the next addition, next stage. So here, what is the next value? Please look at this. So here I will take plus 4 is coming over here. 1 into minus 1 is minus 1. So 4 minus 1 is 3. 3 into W8 power 3. This is the value I need. So I have already stored. Okay. So what is the value? Let me write here first. So this is 4 minus 1 into W8 power 3. 4 minus 1 is, you know it is 3. So this is nothing but 3 into W8 power 3. So let us do this in the calculator. Okay. 3 into W8 power 3, you know, is in stored B, in B. So alpha and B, you press it. 3 into B. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, I changed the thing, so it's okay. So what was W8 power 3 is so here we have that is our number 3, your x of 2, 3, sorry, that is x of 3, that is 4, 1 into minus 1. So 4 minus 1 is 3. 3 into W8 power 3. So this, as I told you, we can do in the calculator. I had stored it in the value B. Okay. Hope you can see. So 3 into alpha B. Okay. This is the value. So 3, you can write it as minus 3 by root 2 minus 3 by root 2j. Okay, or let me write it like that, minus 3 by root 2 minus 3 by root 2j. See, you might be wondering, ma'am, you can write it directly. Why are you making so much of circus over here? See, it's not about that. I just, sometimes when complex operations are involved, you may miss out on these things. So better to write these steps. So you can even press the SD button, ABCD form, and you can also write down this one here. This is minus 2.121 minus 2.21 J. Okay. So these are the values. You're going to send it to the next stage. Whatever I've written in red, you're going to use those values, okay, for the next stage. So you'd have understood why I've left so much of space in between, so that you can fit in your calculations. You can even do this elsewhere. You can just write these values here also. For you to understand, I have written it here itself. Okay, so in the next stage, do the same thing. Alright. Of course, here it's very easy to do the addition. From here, your whatever number you're getting, make sure you can write these arrows which says that these numbers are moving and going to the next butterfly structure. So what I have here is 5 coming in, and from this point, what do I have? I again have 5. Here I have 5. So here I have 5 coming in, right? So 5 plus 5. The output answer for this is 10. Again I have 5 at this point. I have again another 5 at this point. 5 plus 5 is 10. What about here? I have 5 minus 5, 0 into W8 power 0. 0 into W8 power 0, this is 0. So here again it's the same. 5 minus 5 is 0. 0 into W8 bar 2, which is again 0. So for the last stage, these are the values that goes into the last stage, into the next 2-point stage. What about this? Here, so you can see this is minus 3 and minus j moving in here. So this would be minus 3 minus j. Okay, what about this? This is minus 1 by root 2 plus j by root 2. Okay, plus minus 3 by root 2 minus 3 by root 2j. You can do this, you can add it. Okay, so let me show you this. So let us do the calculation for that. That is this one. At this point, minus 1 by root 2 plus j by root 2 plus minus 3 by root 2 minus 3 by root 2j. So you can actually add it directly. Minus 1 by root 2 minus 3 by root 2 is 4 by root 2. Okay, or you want to do it in calculator also, you can separately add it. So I will get minus 4 by root 2 plus j by root 2 minus 3 by root 2. This is minus 3 plus 1. So what is it? This is minus 2 by root 2 j. You can cancel the root 2 and all that, and you can write it as 2 root 2. So you can write 4 as 2 into 2, right? So 1 root 2 goes. So this will be, value at this point is nothing but minus 2 root 2 minus root 2 j. This root 2 and this root 2 goes. Okay. What about here? This is minus 3. Minus j into minus 1 is plus j. So this into W8 bar 0 is anyway 1. So this is, what is this? Minus 3 plus j into W8 bar 0, which is same as minus 3 plus j. Okay. So what do I get here? Just observe carefully. What am I going to get here? See, I have this value. Okay, minus 1 by root 2 plus j by root 2, and this value into minus 1. Okay, so this becomes plus into W8 bar 2. So here you have a little bit of calculation. So what I will do is, first let me take minus 3 by root 2. Let us do this like this. Okay, first let me do this one, this part. So how do I do this? This into minus 1 plus this value I'll calculate, then I'll multiply it with W8 bar 2. I stored W8 bar 2 in A, so no problem. I have to do these calculations. So what is it? Let me do this. Minus 1 divided by square root of 2. Okay, make sure you put the bracket properly. Actually, even if you don't put the bracket, it's fine. Just for your reference. Minus 1 by root 2. Okay. Plus j by root 2. Okay. Minus 1 by root 2 plus j by root 2 comes here. This thing plus this into minus 1. So what I'll do is minus 1 into whatever is there in this. So that is minus 3 divided by root 2. Okay, minus 3 divided by root 2. Okay, let me, this is the small bracket. Okay, minus 3 by root 2 minus 3 divided by root 2 minus 3i by root 2. 3j by root 2 I had to write. 3j by root 2. So what I have done is this value plus minus 1 into this. So I'll get the point value of, right now I'm going to get the value till this point. So what is that? That is root 2 plus 2 root 2j. Okay. This answer into W8 power 2 is what? Sorry, W8 power 1 I had stored in A. W8 power 2 is nothing but minus j. This you already know. This is minus j, right? So I got the answer till here. Answer into minus j. Minus j. What do I get? So I get 2 root 2. I write it here. 2 root 2 minus root 2j. Alright. So you can see here what are all the values we're going to take to the next stage. This one, this one, this one, and this one. These are the values which goes to the next stage. Now in the next stage all I have to do is I'm going to add the values in the 2-point butterfly. You can add these values and write it here, subtract these two values and write it here. Okay, into W8 power 0 is nothing but 1. So ideally at this point you add, at this point you subtract, at this point you add, this point you subtract. So do that, you'll get your final answer. So this is 10 plus 10, that is 20. Okay, this is 10 minus 10, that is 0. So remember, this is x of 0. Okay, this is x of 4. Okay, again here 0 plus 0, you get 0. 0 minus 0 is 0. Alright, x of 1, you do it, add these, you can add these and write it. So this will be minus, sorry, okay, this value minus 3 minus j plus minus 2 root 2 minus root 2j, minus 3 minus j. Okay, you're adding, so minus 2 root 2 2 minus root 2 into j. If you just write root 2j, you may get syntax, because square root of imaginary is not there. So whatever answer you get, you can write it in terms of this st, you can press, and you can write it in terms of this one. So what is the answer I got? 5 minus 5.828 minus 2.414 j. Okay, this is the answer I got. So this is how we had kept the previous answer also, x of 1. What about x of 5? This is same as minus 3 minus j minus of this one. So what I'm going to do, minus 3 minus j, I had added, so now it is minus of this whole thing, sorry, minus of minus 2 root 2 minus root 2 into j. Do it. What is the answer I get? I write that 0.71, that is the answer here, 0.715 or something plus 0.414 j. Similarly do this, it is minus 3, you can actually edit it in the same thing. This is minus 3 plus j plus, make this plus 2 root 2 minus root 2, 2 root 2 minus root 2j. See the answer. Here at this point you're getting minus 0.171. Oh, it here also it was 17. Okay, minus 0.171 minus 0.414j. Okay, so what about here? It is minus 3 plus j minus of this value, minus 1. So this thing is there. All you do is make this plus, minus, equal to, press this. So you can see the answer, minus 5.828 plus 2.414j. Okay, now you have all the answers. You have x of 0, x of 4 and so on. Now you reshuffle this. When you write it in the proper order. You can see x of k, let me write x of k. X of 0 is 20, x of 1 is minus 5.828 minus 2.414j. X of 2 is here, it is 0. X of 3 is here, that is minus 0.171 minus 0.414j. X of 4 is here, it is 0. I write 0. Okay, and x of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. I need x of 5 now. X of 5 is plus 0.1715 plus 0.414j. So 5. X of 6 is 0. X of 7 is minus 5.828 plus 2.414j. You can check these values. 20, this. These are all the values you got for x of k, the shuffled one, x of 0, x of 4, x of 2 and so on. You write the values in the same order. Okay, shuffled bit reversed values, you write it in the actual order. This is your final answer. This is same as what we got using DIT FFT also. See, these were the values we got using DIT FFT. So the values are the same. Got it? So this was your DIT, decimation in time, where you had 2 point, 4 point, 8 point. Input is in the same order, output is in the, input is in the bit reversed order, output is in the same order in case of decimation in time. Okay, you got the output in the same order, you just wrote it like that for decimation in time. Whereas now for decimation in frequency, you can see 8 point, 4 point, 2 point, input is in the same order, output is bit reversed. When you write the answer, write it in this order. Things that you need to remember: how to draw the structure, how to give the input, how to do the calculations. Okay, properly do the addition and multiplication, and whenever there is minus 1 at this bottom portion of the butterfly, be a little careful. Alright, I hope you have understood. So that is the reason I took the same problem to show you. Thank you.